once you've created all of your data analysis values, we can now create a histogram that will display this data in an easy to read way. So we want to create a histogram where it's a bar, some sort of a bar graph, but each of these values, we see that most of them are different. Some of them are closer than others, but we need to figure out a way to put them into specific amounts or bins so that all of the information that is close to each other can be counted as one bar, because we don't want a million different bars. So I can decide how wide I want my bins in different instances, but in this instance, your data sheet tells you that you want the bins to be 0.25 feet away from each other. So I look and I say that my smallest value is about 4.833. So I'm going to start my first bin at 4.75. Now I could do 5, 5.25, 5.5, and add all these manually, but I don't need to do that. So I can write 4.75, and I can use my formula to say that I want the next one to equal this plus 0.25. And if I, instead of just double clicking this to go all the way down, I can just drag it however far I want. And let's see, do I have anyone that's 6 3/4 feet high? I don't think so. So the highest one that I have here is 6.3. So I can go down and only go up to 6.5 feet. So those are my bins, and I need to have that information so that I can get my use my histogram data analysis tool pack. So I'll go over to data analysis, and I'll highlight now my histogram tab, and I'm going to click OK. So now it's saying, what's my input range? What's the information that I want to be looking at? And my information is going to be my decimal feet, which are all right here. So highlight that. My bin range is going to be those values that I just had. I'm going to plug those in. And then, same way as before, we need to choose where we want the data to go. So I'm going to choose output range here, and if I click it, it highlights back to here, so make sure that you click back on here. And you say my output range, I'm just going to click right there as my output range. So I'm going to click OK. And it gives me my bin values and my frequency of each of those bins. So you can see that no one is shorter than 4.75 feet. There are 2 people between 4.75 and 5. There's 1 person between 5 and 5.25, and then we have a lot of people over here, 4, and then 5 people. So we want to now make a histogram chart that shows us that information. So I'm going to go to Insert, and I'm going to choose Column. I'm going to drag it over so it's not over the top of my information, and it should be blank. If it's not, that's okay. Right click on it and do Select Data. If you already have data in here, just click them and click Remove. So you want to start with a blank workbook. So now we're going to click Add, and my series name, I'm just going to call this Heights, and my values are my frequencies. So once I highlight those and I click that, I should get a histogram that shows all my different values. So I'm going to click OK there. So this is telling me that, this bar 7 is 5, there's 5 people that are in it, but I want to know the actual height of that. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 doesn't tell me anything. So I'm going to go over to horizontal category axis labels, and I'm going to click Edit, and I'm going to say those are my bin values. So now I can see, 5 people, those are the people that are around 6.25 feet tall. So that makes a lot more sense. So now I can click OK, and I can go and add some titles and stuff. So go to Layout, and you get all this information. I can add a chart title, which I already have here. I can change that to whatever I want. Heights of sophomore engineers. I can add axis titles, horizontal. I'll say these are my heights in feet. And I don't need to do a vertical title because I can see already that those are just telling me how many of them there are. And I don't really need this legend because I only have one data point that I'm going to show, so I'm just going to delete that. And there's my finished chart. So you can take that chart and copy and paste it into your worksheet, and then work on doing the same thing with your toy connector piece depth data values.